Hello, so today I'm just going to get straight to it. Today we're going to be making a Python project, and it's going to be like a custom language converter. I'll just call that language. So then what I mean by custom language converter, say you type in the sentence is happy, it will turn it into something like call gij. It just like translates it word for word. So we'll just get straight into it. So we're going to import random, and we're gonna also import string. So those are just to get something like that out of the way. So then we're starting by creating the thing for the original. So we'll just start it like this. Say you type in happy he is and yes. I just need to do that. And then the new is, so the way it works is, so you want that to be happy, you want to turn that into, let's just say JIIJ for example. So you'd put, since happy's the first one in the original list, you put the translation as the first one in the new list, and then you do that for all the others. So it'd be like that. Then say we want he to be REM, we'll just put in rem, and then is will become call, and then yes will become clo. And then endings, because we want to have an ending in it. If we want to have an ending in our sentence, we'll just add it like so at the end of every sentence it has yes. So we'll just put in that, and then we're going to start the actual program. So we're going to put it in a function. We're going to put it in a function so that we can do it as many times as we need. And then the original sentence is an input. Enter the sentence to turn into your new language. And then we put a space because it looks neater. And then, so then we want to be translating the sentence word for word. So we're going to put in split equals sentence dot split, because what the dot split does is it splits everything in the sentence into different words. So say your input, or say your sentence was he is happy. Split, if you do the split, it'll then run for each time for he is, and then happy. But if you didn't do that and you just ran for everything, it would run for he space and so on. So that's why you have to have the split in there. And then we're gonna add some lists to help with the translation. So translated word is just a blank list, and then translated underscore list is a blank list, and then translated underscore sentence is gonna be your final sentence, so that's just a blank one. So now we're running for each word in the split. So for word in split, that just means for every word in the split, and since we split it earlier, that's all the words in your sentence. So we're just going to set char equals a blank one, because the reason we want to have that is in case you have, say, punctuation in it and you want it to go to the end. So say you put in like he is happy, instead of translating to the translations of he is happy yes, it becomes he is happy yes. And then so then translated word dot clear, that just clears it, makes it every time we run that word it turns it into a blank list again. Because the reason we're having this translated word is it'll help with the current word we're doing. So each time we run that, we're basically editing translated word. So then for I in word, and then translated word plus equals I. So that means for every character in word, translated word is, it adds that to translated word as well. So say our sentence was happy, that means for I in word, so for each letter in happy, it adds it to translated word. So then word, we want it to equal nothing again. And then, so for A in string dot punctuation. So now that's what we're using the string for. So now we're just setting it up to run for the punctuation if you want to put it at the end. So if str means string, so that just turns it into a string. So if that's in translated word, so for example, each item in string dot punctuation, if that's in translated word, then char equals A, so the extra character that we set as blank there, it equals that character that's in it. And then translated underscore word dot remove, then the A. So then say your translated word was happy, it just becomes happy because it removes that exclamation mark. So then we're going back to testing for the translating. So for I in translated underscore word plus equals I is, so word plus equals I, and then if word in original t equals original dot index word. So what's that doing? What that is doing, so it's been running for each of the words. So let's just say your sentence is he is happy, we're running for he. So if he is in our original, which it is, then t equals original dot index word. So what that means is since he is the second word in the original list, t just equals 2, and then after that, translated sentence plus equals new, and then in the square brackets t. So then what that means is the translated sentence now has the new version, but for t, which is 2, so he would become rem. So that's just what that's doing. And then else translated sentence plus equals word, because so that's if the word is not in that list of translations, then it just stays as that word. So then now your word equals string, your character, and then your word plus equals that. So that's just adding back the char that you took off earlier, because you're adding it onto the end. And then we also want to add a space so that our words just aren't blank sentences. So then for I in translated underscore sentence, translated list plus equals I, and then translated underscore list plus equals string char, and then translated plus equals a space, and then translated sentence equals that. So that's done for translating it. So then now so this is translating it. So then right now, if we run it right now, then what should happen? Actually no, we haven't put any print things in yet, so it's not fully complete yet, but we would after that we'd print it, and then yeah. So what we're up to now is we're taking the punctuations for like the example I talked about earlier. Is he happy? Then it doesn't become is he happy? Yes, it becomes is he happy? Yes, for example. So len equals len translated underscore list. If I can get the right brackets. -2. This is to get to the last character in it. So then the final, which is the final character, equals translated underscore list len. So final is the final character. So if final is so then what we're going to do here, if final in string dot punctuation, what this is doing is if the final character is a symbol, then translated, then if it is, then we're translated, I can't type today, translated list dot remove final, so that it's no longer has the symbol, and then translated sentence equals just a blank one. And then so at the moment translated list, if we translate, then print translated list, then happy. Right, because you have to do it in here. If you print translated list, then see happy has translated into our thing of JIIJ and then a space. So that's for that. And then for I in translated list, so we saw how every I in translated list is basically that J, I, J, and the space are each an I. So that's for I in that, and then translated sentence plus equals I. So we have our so we have it in our sentence form, and then translated sentence plus equals random dot choice. So random dot choice endings. So our endings at the moment we only have one, so we'll put in 2. We'll put in OK, and we'll just set that as no, so it puts a random of yes or no at the end. So it's doing a random of those to add it onto the end. And then if final in string dot punctuation. So remember, final was our last character before we added the extra one. So if it was a symbol, then translated sentence plus equals final, and then if it's not, then that's fine. So then finally we print it, and then this last part is optional. It's this last, like other translate, is optional. It's just if you want to do it. So would you like to translate another sentence y/n? So that's just, yeah, if people want to translate another sentence, or if they want to just end the program there. So if other translate equals y, we need to put 2 equals there. Then it translates again. So then it runs this whole thing again, and then so then translate. So then now if we run it, or there are words, he is happy. Yeah, he is happy. He is happy. So it turned into rem, which was he, call, which is, jij, which is happy, and then it put no at the end, which is ik. I randomly chose that. And then you can see y, and then it does it again. And then if we put he is happy exclamation mark, then it does he is happy, and then does the ending, and then puts an exclamation mark. And then say if we put he is happy, it just does rem col gij ik. And then if you type no here, it will end the program. Or really, if you type in anything else, it will end the program. So you can also do other words. He is very happy, and it'll just put very in there. Okay, so thank you for watching. This is my first video. Like and subscribe if you want more content like this. Bye.